Hello, welcome back. If you are new here, I am Mandy John. I'm an ADHD life coach. Today we're going to talk about 7 things you can do to improve your ADHD, and some of them are going to be very surprising. We're going to learn how to cut way back on the overwhelm, anxiety, poor sleep, and lack in trust in ourselves that can come with ADHD. And this is accomplished in 7 ways, and they all have to do with one thing: decision making. Now, I know, don't freak out. We're going to get through this. You're probably thinking to yourself, I already make decisions. I make a good decision and then I don't follow through with it. It's okay. It's all covered in the process. It's very normal when you're learning to honor your decisions to fail and to fall down on your face and have to get up and do it again. And that's what coaching is for. That's me holding your bicycle seat as you're learning to ride your bike and helping you get back up when you fall down. And so let's get through this. So it is estimated that we make 35,000 decisions on average a day as adults. And if we're not making those decisions ahead of time, you can see how that gets exhausting. Number 1, don't set goals. Doesn't that go against everything you hear? But really, don't set goals. What do you really want when you're setting a goal? Say the goal is to lose 30 pounds. Say the goal is to write a book. The goal is to run a 5K. The goal, I could go on. What do you want? You want the results, right? And how do we get results? By doing tasks. And what are tasks? They are decisions that we make to get the result that we want. And so we're not setting a goal per se. We're not saying I'm going to run a 5K. What we're saying is I'm going to run X amount Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm going to run 30 minutes 5 days a week. I'm going to, whatever it is, break it down like that. We're not going to go for the long-term goal. It's difficult for ADHDers to go for the long-term goal. What we're going to go for is the results, and we're going to break those results down into smaller tasks. Okay? We're also going to, number 2, banish decision fatigue. Now, I've talked about this in previous videos. What is it? Decision fatigue is when you have made X amount of decisions in a day. I can't remember what the number is. Of course, if we're making 35,000, there's a point where we hit a limit where we're not making good decisions anymore. We're tired of making decisions. Our brain is tired. And so you might have chosen to eat the salad instead of going to McDonald's, but now you're not making good decisions because you're fatigued. And you can feel this. You will either go into indecision, you'll feel very uncomfortable, you'll get to a point where you can feel that you're done. And that's where the overwhelm comes from too. So number 3, don't dramatize your decisions. We see this all the time. Do I do A or do I do B? I don't know. Don't make it more than it is. You make a decision and you stick to your decision. And if it was the wrong one, then you don't make that decision next time. It's really that simple. I was listening to a book from, is it Seth Godin? I can't remember his name, but I was listening to a book from him today, and he was saying, if you made a decision to drive to Florida or to get in an airplane, which is the better decision? Well, if the airplane goes down, then that probably wasn't a good decision, right? But you have no control over that. So you might as well just make a decision and work your way towards what your decision is. So just use the information that you have to make the best decision. Don't over dramatize it. Number 4 is to manage your time. This is so that we are taking everything out of our head and we are putting it somewhere, whether that's on a paper calendar, whether that's on a digital calendar. I know you're saying I can't follow a calendar. You can. If I can follow a calendar, anyone can follow a calendar, because trust me, I was the person that could not follow a calendar, couldn't look at the calendar if I made one, didn't know how to make one, would get overwhelmed trying to make one. If I can do it, I can teach you to do it. We can do it together. I am not special. All right. So managing your time, it gets your head clear. It gets that all out of there. It gets it somewhere so you don't have to think about it anymore. And that's where that's going to improve your sleep. That's where it's going to have you clearer, have you not so anxious and not so overwhelmed. The other way we're going to do all of those things and make managing your time easier is to routinize your life wherever you can. And I know that sounds like such a funny word, routinize, right? We don't use that very often that I hear anyway, but you're going to create routines in your life. And you can start very small with this. You're going to do the same thing every morning for this 1 hour. What is going to set you up for your day? What is going to make you feel good? You're going to do an afternoon routine or an evening routine that's going to set you up to get better sleep. Routines are perfect for us as ADHDers, as difficult as they are to set, but not impossible. Now you know that we struggle with things like this, right? But you've been doing hard things your whole life. You can do this too. And once you get this down, it is beautiful. And you're not stuck to it for life. If you don't like your routine, change it. And you make sure that your routine is something that you love. Make a morning you want. Make an afternoon you want. Make an evening you want. Make a work routine that you want. Make a workout routine that you want. Don't punish yourself with routines. Make it nourishing. Make it something for you. But what does routine do? It makes all those decisions are already made. It's easy. It's the same every day. As much as possible. Anyway, wake up the same time every day. Go to bed the same time every day. Nobody likes to hear about that. But it's so important. So number 6, we're going to let your mind and body relax with all of these things. You're also going to, when you're managing your time, plan relaxation. Now, I'm going to say a dirty word with ADHDers, and it's meditation. Do I meditate? No. But there are a lot of ways that you can do different things that it's like meditation, where you are resting your mind. One very interesting thing that was introduced to me by my coach was tapping. And I thought it was very strange at first. And she had me try it. I just downloaded an app. I think it's called the Tapping Solution. And it was very meditative, if that's a word. But because you're taking certain actions, I don't know if I'll remember it exactly, but you're tapping here, and then you're tapping here, and you're tapping at certain points in your body as you're listening to a thing. But it very much cleared my mind. And that is so important for us because we don't often have clear minds, right? But yes, let your mind and your body relax every day. Sit down. If you're hyperactive like me, sit down. Give yourself time. My favorite thing is to sit down on my couch and watch the birds eat birdseed. Silly, I know, but I love it. Number 7, learn to trust yourself. With all these practices, when you keep practicing and you fail, you will fail. You will let yourself down. But think of somebody you really love. And when they let you down in a way, like maybe you asked them to empty the dishwasher and they didn't do it, or you might get upset, but you're not beating them up about it, right? Same it for yourself. Treat yourself like someone you love. Isn't that a foreign idea? But when you fail, it's okay. You learned. Let's get up and try again. So whether it's managing our time, whether it's working on a routine, whether it's taking that time to relax, that one's been something that I'm just coming to. We're actually have the time scheduled time to relax. Doesn't that sound hilarious? But in my time management, that's what I ask you to plan first. What is going to be nourishing? What is going to help you rest? What is going to be good to you? But you're going to go through that process and you're going to mess it up. And then you're going to get up and you're going to go, okay, what did I learn from this? This doesn't work at this time. Maybe it's just that you learned that next time I need to follow through on what I said I was going to do. It's that simple. And all you have to do is, it's like GPS, right? We all have GPS either on our phones or built into our cars. So you're going down the highway and you have a destination. IKEA. I love to go to IKEA. All my furniture is from there. I think this chair is from IKEA. We're going to go to IKEA in Tempe, Arizona. So I have my GPS set for that, right? And somewhere I decide to get off and go to a gas station. I go to that gas station. What happens to that GPS? What does that program do? It just reroutes you, right? So when you get off, when you don't follow your time management, when you are dramatizing your decisions, when you don't do the task that you need to do in order to get the results that you want to do, when you don't do your routines, you just simply recalibrate. And you keep recalibrating until you just no longer are getting off the highway anymore. You're getting to your destination. It will happen, I promise you. So that's what I have for you guys today. So whatever your struggles are with ADHD, I promise you, we can make it better. You can do this. All right, guys, I will see you next week. Bye-bye.